Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing the HP 17 laptop with a 17.3-inch FHD display, AMD Ryzen 5 7430U processor, massive 64GB RAM, and a 2TB SSD. I've looked through the internet, checked technical breakdowns, user reviews, and real-world feedback so I can help you decide whether this laptop is actually worth buying or not. Don't forget to hit the link below for the best price. Right away, the biggest standout feature here is the combination of specs. You're getting a Ryzen 5 7430U processor paired with 64GB of RAM and a 2TB SSD, which is honestly overkill for most everyday users but extremely useful for multitasking-heavy workflows. According to multiple listings and reviews, this setup is designed more for productivity, office work, business use, and heavy browser-based workloads rather than gaming or GPU-intensive tasks. Now in real-world usage, the Ryzen 5 7430U is a 6-core, 12-thread processor that handles everyday tasks smoothly. It's built for efficiency, so things like spreadsheets, Zoom calls, office software, and multiple browser tabs run without issues. Where it really benefits is when you combine it with 64GB of RAM, because that gives you a huge amount of headroom for multitasking, virtual machines, or heavy workloads without slowdowns. Reviews consistently point out that this kind of memory capacity is rare in this price category and makes the system feel very responsive in day-to-day use. Storage is another strong point. The 2TB SSD gives you a lot of space for files, projects, media, and backups without worrying about running out quickly. It also keeps boot times fast and file transfers smooth, which is something users generally appreciate in large productivity laptops like this. The display is a 17.3-inch Full HD anti-glare panel, which is designed more for comfort and long work sessions rather than high-end color-critical work. The anti-glare coating helps reduce reflections, especially in bright environments, making it easier on the eyes during long office or study sessions. However, because it's a large screen at 1080p, the pixel density is not very sharp compared to smaller or higher resolution displays, which some users do notice when looking closely at text or detailed visuals. Now, after looking through internet feedback and user discussions, there are a few important things to keep in mind. First, this laptop does not include a dedicated graphics card, so it is not meant for gaming, 3D rendering, or serious creative workloads. It relies on integrated AMD Radeon graphics, which are fine for basic media and light use, but not for GPU-heavy tasks. Second, while 64GB of RAM sounds amazing, many users online point out that for most people, even 16GB or 32GB would already be more than enough. The extra RAM mainly benefits very specific workflows like heavy multitasking, virtual machines, or large data processing tasks. Third, the chassis is large and not very portable. A 17.3-inch laptop is more of a desk-based machine, so it's great for home or office use, but not ideal if you're constantly traveling. But overall, after checking everything online, the general consensus is that this HP 17 configuration is a productivity-focused machine that prioritizes memory, storage, and screen size over performance efficiency or portability. That makes it very attractive for business users, students with heavy workloads, or anyone who wants a desktop replacement-style laptop. So should you buy it? Honestly, yes, if your focus is multitasking, large file storage, office work, and you want a big screen with a very smooth, everyday experience. But if you're looking for gaming, content creation, or something portable, then this is definitely not the right fit. Overall, after looking through the internet and user experiences, the HP 17 Ryzen 5 7430U with 64GB RAM and 2TB SSD feels like a niche but powerful productivity machine that delivers excellent multitasking capability, but only really makes sense if you actually need that level of memory and storage.